According to what the Buddha declared at page 120 of volume 4 in the Samyutta Nikaya, in the Sunya Loka Sutra at Samyutta Nikaya, the apparent reality that we experience in our mind with our sense organs has no real substance. There is only voidness, free of any, it's empty of sensory objects. Though apparently there are things and beings in our apparent world that we experience through our sensory organs. Even the ultimate reality called nirvana in Sanskrit and nibbana in Pali, Buddha declared in the Khuddaka Nikaya at page 44 that nibbana or nirvana is empty of any real substance. His words are sunyo animito. At the Arhant Vagga at page 44 Khuddaka Nikaya, in the Khuddaka Nikaya, he said, even the ultimate reality is empty, free of any object, any substantive object, any real object. This means not only the ultimate reality of things and beings, but even the apparent reality of all objects, sensory objects, are free of any ultimate reality within it. This means the ultimate emptiness that we call Nibbana in Pali and Nirvana in Sanskrit is free of both kinetic and static energy. Energy is not a thing but a creativity, but an activity. Free of all activities, free of all vibrations. That is why in the Mahamangala Sutta, Buddha declared the mind of an Arahant is free from vibrations, no activities, no energy is working in it. In this sense, realization of the reality within us, ultimate reality within us, is the actual ultimate reality of things and beings, and also the reality of the ultimate experience called Nibbana, which too is empty of any substance. This is explained by the Buddha at his paean of joy after his enlightenment. That is the first period of joy after enlightenment. We find in the Dharavagga of Dhammapada, Buddha declared that at his enlightenment, Visankara Gatan Chitta, Sankara in Pali means creating mental images, creation of mental images. Visankara Gatan Chitta means the mind became completely free of creating, the activity called creating mental objects. Thus, the mental world that we experience as a living reality within us, according to Rohita Sutta, Samyutta Nikaya, Volume 1 at page 118, it starts, and this discourse declares the entire world that we experience is within us. Vyamata Kalabere Panjabi Lokancha. And in the Sunyaloka Sutra, as I mentioned earlier, at page 120 of volume 4 in the Samyutta Nikaya, he declared the entire world, Sunyo Lokoti Vuchyati, entire world is empty. Ultimate reality is realizing this reality. Once this reality is realized, there's no substance or object to be attached to or to resent. The mind becomes free of attachment and resentment. Attachment is called raga in Pali and resentment is called dosa in Pali. And the illusion that create apparent things and beings is called moha. Moha means ignorance of the reality. The mental world of images is created by our own mind. The mental activity called sankara. That is why I mentioned earlier, in his first period of joy, Buddha declared at his enlightenment, his mind became free of sankara, composing mental images. In this sense, as I mentioned earlier, once we realize the reality of apparent things and beings, as well as the reality of the ultimate reality called nirvana, the mind becomes free of attachment and resentment. Attachment is called raga, as I mentioned earlier, and resentment is called dosa in Pali. And ignorance of the reality that lead to such attachment and resentment is called moha in Pali. Moha metaphorically is referred to as darkness, hiding the reality. And the mental capacity to see the reality through enlightenment. Enlightenment means aloka udapadi. The light here is metaphorically used as the capacity to see the reality. What is the ultimate reality, as I mentioned earlier, is the emptiness of all things and beings. That means the mind becomes free of any attachment or resentment to things and beings that are really not existing, though practically they exist. Pragmatically, they exist. According to the conventional beliefs and views and experiences. Those experiences are really delusions created by our mind through sanskara in Sanskrit and sankara in Pali. The activity that go to create mental images. Realization of the ultimate reality or truth of nirvana is the cessation of creating such mental images and making the mind void of all illusory mental images.